Today we talk to one of the Premiership's greatest servants, Hugh Vyvyan, who's notched up an incredible 237 appearances. We take a look at Saracens' season and their road to the final, and we name some of the star players who'll be vital to the team's success come the big day at Twickenham. And we chat to the man who's tasked with preparing that team for battle come this weekend, Coach Andy Farrell. And we have a quick fire session with Jacques Burger. So here at Saracens training ground, we have a nice relaxed opportunity to get into the mind of a man who's played 237 Premiership matches, equalling the record. A remarkable career, starting off at Newcastle Falcons and now here at Saracens. Hugh Vyvyan.
The thing is about this final, though, it's 237 games, but the most important is the one coming up, which is kind of a funny sort of thing.
But your debut for Newcastle, what, about 1997? That's when the game was really starting to embrace professionalism and got harder and harder and harder.
No, I think I'm going in for my 6th operation at the end of this season, but they've all been at the end of season, so I've managed to get myself fit in the off-season and start again relatively fresh. At the moment, it's a great place to be, a really great place to be. It's my 7th season at Saracens, the start of my career. You know, I've had some pretty highs and lows. We've had a lot of different coaches, a lot of different players, but the last 2 seasons have probably been my favourite 2 years of professional rugby.
So much time, money, resources have been pumped into Saracens. At the moment, apart from a trophy years and years back, there hasn't been a lot to show.
I think to win it would be a great achievement. I think we're confident that we can do it. We've prepared very well. The training this week has been incredibly hard, which is always a good sign. And for me personally, it's sort of, you know, really I'd swap all those games just to win this Premiership on the weekend.
We look at some of the key players who will need to ensure they're in fine form if they're to defeat the might of Leicester. His flair and pace has been sensational this season and recently landed the try of the season at the Premiership Awards. Scout Brits will need all his skill to set the pace up front. The incredible return of Matt Stevens has allowed Sarries the extra boost up front. The scrum will be a mighty contest. Jacques Burger and Ernst Joubert have been ruthless on defence. They'll need to put in some big hits to stop the launch of the Tigers' backline, who are lethal with the ball in hand. Now, after his boot secured a 12-10 victory over Gloucester, the talented Owen Farrell will need to carry on that form into the final, as every point gained is vital. But he'll be feeling the pressure, as this will be his first Premiership final. The backline will need the finishers to be on fire to cross the whitewash. Brad Barrett will be busy on defence, but any turnover ball will need to be used to attack at pace, setting up the wingers David Strettle and James Short to put points on the board. It's a return of last year's final and a grudge match for Saracens, who'll be fired up to get their hands on that trophy. It's going to be an intense final from start to finish, and every move will be played with intensity, but both teams know that there can only be one winner. And one man who has donned the Saracens jersey and knows a thing or two about being a player has made a seamless transition to being coach after retiring at the end of the 08-09 season. He took up a position as skills coach and now moved in to be the main man, the head coach, Andy Farrell. Agonisingly close last year, and the feeling is that this is your year this time round.
First of all, last year we had a new bunch together, a new club really. Saracens, you know, a lot of new faces coming, new setup, new training ground, new director of rugby, new chief executive, and we were fortunate to get through to the final last year through a lot of hard work. And I suppose that the challenge was, could we get back there and do it again?
Same opponents, Leicester, and the end of last year's final was cruel beyond belief for Saracens. You were in touching distance of that trophy, and that Dan Hipkiss try snatched it away from you. Is there still a hangover from that one, or is that?
No, definitely not. Yeah, definitely not. I mean, I think everybody who was even watching the game, never mind being involved, was extremely proud to either be there on the day or watch it on television or be involved in the actual occasion itself, playing or coaching. It was a fantastic final, probably the best final that I've seen anyway. There's 2 good sides going hammer and tongue against each other again, and both sides will be hard to beat, I think.
So Jacques, a training session just ended. What is your worst training session that you do?
Scrums. I think scrums are the worst. So boring.
The person who complains the most during training sessions?
Probably be Scout Brits.
Yeah. Favourite ground that you've played at?
Twickenham. Unfortunately, it didn't work out well the previous time.
If they made a film of hopefully a Saracens victory against Leicester, who would play you?
Rambo, definitely Rambo. I can see myself jumping out of the water, shooting people, cutting open things.
Time off between training sessions, between games? What do you enjoy doing?
We play a little bit of FIFA 11. Can't lie, there's a tournament going on. I'm not too bad. I'm like in the middle between everybody, so yeah.
And when eventually you hang up your boots and rugby is packed away, what do you see yourself doing?
Definitely modelling. Something where I just my face. Farming, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm gonna do, hopefully. And I'm looking forward to the whole learning process and going out there and doing it. So I'm really excited about that, yeah.
We've taken you the length and the breadth of the country this season, bringing you behind-the-scenes glimpses at every single club, meeting the players, the coaches and the support staff. It's been a wonderful ride and you have had the best seat in the house right here on Aviva Behind the Badge.